The fans here fired up as usual at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Denver Broncos and the Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Tirico, along with my partner Greg Olson, it's Will Lutz, the kicker, who gets this started. Off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
On 2nd down, Hurts. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. 3rd down coming up. Throwing is Hurts. Taking off.
The defense decides to come with a blitz here on 3rd down, and it's a little feast or famine. You're counting on getting home and getting to the quarterback. But give credit to the offensive line. Not only do they protect, they buy enough time for the quarterback to escape the pocket, turns himself into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
What a nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 11 yards for number 11, and a 1st down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
He takes off. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Broncos' 30-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. There's the tight end, Grant Calcaterra. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
The 16-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Quick throw on the RPO is complete. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And a good job there of hemming him in. They get it to the 8-yard line.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Now Barkley. And this one blown up. Good surge. He's dropped him. A loss on the play. Back to the 9-yard line.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face 3rd and goal.
So can the defense come up with the early stop here on 3rd and goal? Hurts. This one incomplete. It is batted away in the end zone. And now it's 4th down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
On that opening drive, we'll see the response as the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. 2nd season now for Bo Nix.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back in Philly in a moment. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the 2nd quarter. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 3. As we are ready to get back underway. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Denver 1st down.
1st down, Broncos.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
A run with Dobbins. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
Off he goes. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the soft spot is moving up in the pocket. That's exactly what he does. Takes off down the middle of the field, picks up good yardage, and a first down.
That is caught by the tight end, Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos move out to a 7-3 lead. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Gibson now on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to see the football for the second time. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That's caught left side by Goddard. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
A second down throw for Hurts. Out wide, here's Smith. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the first down.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. That's his second catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
We'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Nick Bonito there for the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try to sneak it here, and he's going to have an Eagles 1st down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. That's taken in left side by Smith. And he's close to another 1st down. He'll step out right at that 1st down marker.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
He'll step up and run, and Hurts wisely going to slide after he's picked up the 1st down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
The open receiver is Dotson. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the 1st down.
That's good for another Eagles. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Saquon goes over the top and into the end zone. Touchdown.
Now remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles are on top. It's now 10-7.
Eagles 10, Broncos 7.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. McLaughlin now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense ready for their second possession. A first down throw for Nix. That is caught, and it's Troy Franklin. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. And he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half. Second and a yard. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's caught! And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. It's a huge play in a tight ball game. It's a gain of 43 yards.
This guy has just such a knack for getting open, Mike, and whenever they're looking for that big play, he's usually one of the guys at the top of the progression, and it's pretty easy to see why.
He goes right back to Sutton, and he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Bo Nix, touchdown Denver. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
You know, he spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He's got it. Broncos are on top. It's 14-10.
14, Eagles 10.
So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
35-yard line.
A first down throw for Hurts. That's to the right side, caught by Goddard. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
right, Scott, thank you very much. We'll see if adjustments at halftime change the course of this one. Likely to play a big role in who's going to walk away with a W. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. McLaughlin now on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. The Broncos offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The lead sits at 4. So we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Dobbins. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
And the Broncos first down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They'll stay on the ground. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Nick's gonna keep it on the zone read.
Bo Nix on the keeper. A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Third down, they need 5. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt for Denver. And this is not going to do the trick. Not even close to where they needed to be. Turn it over on down. The Eagles offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's got his man Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Hurts and Brown connect, and it's a 1st down for Philly.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. McLaughlin now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Nix. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. Open man, downfield, it's Franklin. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. That covered 73 yards. So the big play gets him down close, and now it's 1st and goal. He'll try to run this one in. His way into the end zone. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Broncos. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Lutz for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Broncos move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. The touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Short pass, he's got Calcaterra, and he's going to be taken down at the 37. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Returnable from the 17. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Dobbins. Yeah. And he's going to have a Broncos 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
34-yard line. It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Denver.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
He'll give it to Dobbins. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
That's taken in by Franklin. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
When you call these double moves, you're going for broke. And you're looking to throw this ball over the head of the defense. So give a lot of credit to the defensive backs. Yes, it led to a completion, but this was not the big play the offense intended when the coordinator called that play.
So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. Dobbins going to get it now as we start the 4th. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back and they get him down for no gain.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
They send Sutton in motion. Nix from the gun on third down. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
And the Broncos first down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
They'll stick with him again, and they will take him down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Broncos.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
They'll go play action with Nix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice coverage there defensively, and here you find yourself in a one-score game. Like, he understands the value of protecting the ball. Really smart decision. Throw it away, snap it again.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Throwing, Nix. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is fourth down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Gibson now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Eagles offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Off the play fake, Hurts. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He's got a tight end, Calcaterra, to the left. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. A pickup there of 19 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
That one complete to Brown. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for first and 10. Hurts again. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, they come to the line needing 6 yards for a first down. They'll drop to throw. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Another Eagles.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there, but that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Quick throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the receiver really didn't have much time to get himself open, so the incompletion brings up second down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. For that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. It'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Now, a big third down. To the air again. Hurts. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's into the end zone. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Eagles.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
To throw is Nix. He connects with Mims. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. That'll be complete to Dobbins. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. Clock is stopped. 47 seconds left here in the 4th.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They're trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the 4th quarter?
2nd down. Nix to the right side. He's got Ingram, the tight end. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now, timeout called. Let's see, you're looking at a long field goal try from here, where this might be one final heave to the end zone. Here comes Will Lutz in a big spot. This to win the game. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Here comes Will Lutz in a big spot. This one he's got to have. Got the distance, and it's good. He knocks it through from long range. And that very likely will be a game winner.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here is 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers, They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.